All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the second channel, more Guy Boston Sports. We got our MLB Parlay of the Day video to dive into today. Yesterday, man, oh man, the Dodgers end up being the team that screws us, right? That team total over for the Blue Jays, that cashes. We had Kyle Manzardo over one hit, just to get one hit. He hits a home run, but then we had the Dodgers. They've now lost 6 straight against the Angels. I don't think we have a DMB list or anything like that, graveyard, for the parlay show here. But man, oh man, the Dodgers, if we did, are on there. Like, I'm not looking at the Dodgers today. But guys, what we do here with the parlay of the day is we go through the slate and we kind of try and pick out a few different things that we like in a parlay. We've been having a little fun, and yes, it is constraining, but again, for fun, we've been trying to find one money line, one total, and one player prop, and we keep missing that last leg, you know? So that's the name of the game when you get to parlays. But let's go ahead and dive in. And the first game we have here is Washington, Kansas City. I don't think there's much that jumps out to me in this one. Seth Lugo probably has the advantage over Jake Irvin, but that being said, even at minus 186, I feel like those are some pretty juicy odds to like the Royals, who could definitely lose today. It's a getaway day. Lugo struggles against lefties, you can see here, and there's a lot of power bats in that lineup, so I don't think there's much in this game. Let's move on to the next one. Reminder, the format of this, and you guys have been giving me some good feedback in the comments, so keep that coming, but the format here is that we go through all the slates and really try to pick out things as we go. Yes, I've already looked at the slate because we made our regular video for the main channel, right? But we have not come at this from a parlay perspective or anything like that, and those are two definite different forms of betting, right? So as we go through this, you're kind of behind the scenes with me as we look through and as we do research. So it's not just me coming on here with a 3-leg parlay, boom, bop, bing, bop, bam, and you get it. No. We're kind of building this together. At the same time, I guess it's not together because, you know, it's a one-way street here, but you're watching us go through it on our end. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's jump back into the slate. All right, we have Pittsburgh and Milwaukee. Milwaukee could easily be the money line play today in terms of our parlay. I'm going to head over to Outlier like I always do, guys. QR code on the screen right now if you want to check it out. Milwaukee has been just going off, right? Like, look at their last 20 games here. They've lost 4 games in their last 20. We'll add them in there. I don't know if they fully make it in, but I also don't mind Brewers team total over, right? Like, maybe that's the move today. In fact, just for the odds, I think that's going to be what we look at. So team total over. If we take a peek back at the dashboard here, they're going to get fastball, slider. They should hit both of those pretty well. They've been absolutely crushing it. And that way we don't have to worry about any weird flukes or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I think the Milwaukee team total over is going to be tough to beat. That was kind of our thought process yesterday with Toronto, right? And we threw them in there, and they smacked that 3.5 pretty damn early. So yeah, I think this is going to be tough to beat. Let's keep that in there. Milwaukee team total over as one of our plays. I think we were able to get this at, we got this at minus 165 earlier, or saw it at minus 165 earlier over on DK. So now we're paying a little bit more juice, but I think that is a good spot. So as of right now, our total is covered. Now we got Detroit and Chicago. Honestly, nothing much for me in this one. Maybe Kerry Carpenter, but again, it's because, you know, we should see some good pitch mix from him. The fastball he hits well, the changeup he hits well. Okay, let's do a little bit of digging here on Kerry Carpenter. I was gonna say, you know, I don't know if it's gonna be fully worth it, but he could get a hit today, right? So let's see him over 0.5 hits, minus 170, not crazy. Against Shane Smith, he's 0 for 2, but he's batting against righties really, really well. The fastball he hasn't been hitting on the year, but we even saw on our dashboard he's been hitting the fastball pretty well lately. The changeup hitting well all year. The slider not so much. There's probably enough here to stick away from Kerry, I'd say. That is one that we could think of. In fact, just because we don't have one in the player prop slot yet, we can toss him in there. But I anticipate that he gets beat. Let's move on to Colorado and St. Louis. This team was the one that we subbed out for the Dodgers. Wouldn't have mattered. Both teams did not come through. St. Louis, I would expect to win today. They have another lefty. They're still a good team against lefties, but they saw a lefty yesterday in Kyle Freeland, and Kyle Freeland pitched an absolute gem against them. Is minus 220 asking for a lot? Sure, but we don't have a money line in there yet, so hell, let's toss it in there. Let's make sure we got Kerry Carpenter in there as well, because I would say, you know what, I don't know if either Kerry Carpenter or the Dodgers stay in our little thing we got here, but as of right now, we're looking for placeholders. So right now, Brewers, money line for the Cardinals, and then over 0.5 hits here for Kerry Carpenter. He's getting you kind of mid. Wow, that seems like some value. Plus 258 over on Caesars. Again, I expect these to kind of get moved, but that's not a bad starting point. Let's move on to the next game here. We get Arizona taking on Texas. By the way, guys, should have mentioned this is the Guy Boston Sports dashboard. Head over GuyBostonSports.com, head to the members area. Only a couple days left of using the code DASH to get your first month for $2.99. So, yeah, literally 30 days, $2.99. Go ahead and check it out. Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly. I don't mind an under in this spot. I think both these guys could pitch okay. I like the first 3 and first 5 personally, but what I'll also throw out is that those are more straight plays. I don't think we're beating Brewers over 3.5 for their team total, right? So though this could be a total that we take a peek at, I don't think it's going to be something that we're all over. Now, Kyle Higashioka, got that one. He has a really, really good pitch mix rating today. So I don't think that we have any lines available for him, but that would definitely boost these damn odds if we were able to look at him and say, yeah, he has nothing out there right now, but he's probably like, serviceable odds as a straight play to get a hit. That could definitely boost this. Unfortunately, we don't have any lines for him as of right now, so I don't think that we'll be able to roll with it. All right, Padres taking on San Fran. Padres have won the first 2 games in the series, so maybe it worries us about a little bit of a sweep situation, but I don't think it'd be all that dumb to back San Diego in this spot. Nick Pavetta's on the bump, going up against Kaiwei Tang. He's been really good at home, but obviously struggled elsewhere. I think this is a better offense on the Padres side of things. You can even see it from the last 30-day numbers. So that could be a spot to take a peek at. I just do worry a little bit, and I do mean this. I worry with this sweep. Like, do the Padres already feel like they accomplished what they needed to against San Fran? And I talked about it in today's main channel video. Guess who the Padres have on deck? Yes, the Dodgers at LA. So I have a feeling the Padres may be looking ahead. They could easily be a money line spot here, to be honest. We take them out and, we throw in the Padres, and you're looking at a way different game in terms of the odds. I think we're going to stick with the Cardinals. That might be crazy because of how they've looked. But, if you guys like the Padres more or like those odds more, feel free to sub that out because there definitely is some viability there for sure. Speaking of viability, Phillies at a short price could easily be a money line spot here. Let's see what it does to the odds. You have Chris Sanchez up against Hunter Green. Hunter Green's really, really good. We know that. That being said, he's coming off of, he hasn't pitched since like early June, like late May, early June. So let's see. 258 are the numbers to beat. If we threw the Phillies in here, what are we getting? Wow, plus 351. That is really, really, really tempting. Hunter Green against the Phillies in the past. What do we have here for him? Been pretty good against them. A high average. Okay, mediocre, but Chris Sanchez, same thing. High average. Everything else looks pretty damn good. The bats are better on the Philadelphia side of things, and they're coming off of a loss. Sound on the psycho alert alarm. I think this could be a nice little spot. We'll keep it in the back of our mind that maybe the Cardinals could go in there, depending on what these finals odds are, but the fact that this jumps, a whole dollar in terms of value for the Phillies, I think that might be something that we consider today. Another one that the under definitely looks like it could be viable. We have Gilbert and Trevor Rogers, 2 really good pitchers against 2 offenses that are hit or miss. Yesterday they had a 1-0 game. I just don't think that it's going to trump the idea of Milwaukee scoring 4 runs. So probably nothing that we get down here, but I do think that this could be a decent total to kind of consider, but just not something that I'm going to be all over, I guess, today. All right, I think we have a couple spots to take a peek at some player props here. Marseille and Manzardo. I don't know if we want to put Manzardo in again, but Marseille to get a hit. What is his odds? I think that this is something that we're considering for just a straight play today as well. So, double dip and sure, but over 0.5 bases for minus 130 for him to get a hit here. Minus 130, minus 124. I think minus 130 is probably going to be better for the bases because Profit X you can't parlay on. If we tossed this in, wow, we're just getting crazy now, huh? Toss this in instead of plus 403. What are we doing here, huh? What are we doing here? Now, he is going up against Gavin Williams. I think a little bit better of a pitcher than Shane Smith, yes, but Kerry Carpenter, this is tough. He has multiple hit games. Say that 10 times quick. Against righties, he's been crushing it. Wow. That's a good straight play. I mean, we have 2 plays in here. You could argue 3 plays that would be straight plays, yet we're throwing them all into a parlay. Are we crazy? I think we leave Marseille in here for now. I think that it's crazy, but I think that we leave him in there for now. Let's get to the Yankees and the Twins. Joe Ryan, Cam Schlitter. I like the idea of an under in this game. But again, in our total spot, like I think that it's going to be tough to beat Milwaukee over 3.5. How many times have I said that? No player props overly jumping out to me unless we like an under for Aaron Judge, which seems kind of asinine, but obviously the pitch mix rating is kind of what's doing that. Fastball, slider. Judge struggles against both. Not good against righties the last 30 days, so it makes sense why we have his rating down there. Yeah, not too much there. Here's another one, though. This cash for us yesterday, Toronto. Toronto's going to see Cade Horton. He struggled on the road. He throws a lot of fastballs. They crush everything right now. Don't love that Lucas is how you say his name, Bo Bichette struggle against it. That's top of the order, and Barger. So 3 of the top 4 guys there struggle with the fastball, but it's still... Could we get better odds for their 3.5? I feel like that's going to be a highly doubtful Ghost Rider, huh? Let's see. If we get 3.5 for better odds than we're getting for the Brewers. Damn, Daniel. That is a tough one to consider. But you know, we had the Jays in there yesterday. Let's give the Brewers a swing, all right? That's definitely a viable option, though, guys, if you're liking that. Player prop-wise, looks like Matt Shaw. What is that? We got to zoom in. I can't even really read my own thing sometimes. We have him at a 9.2 pitch mix rating. Damn, could he be the guy to get a hit? It's Kevin Gausman, but Shaw must hit the splitter fantastic. Yeah, he hits the splitter really well and the fastball. Ooh, this could be a nice little look. I'm okay with even paying a little bit more because it doesn't even look like it's going to be that crazy. To get a hit, what do we got here? To get a hit, one hit, minus 150. Okay, total base is going to be better. That is going to take this down 380. I think that's still viable. Let's keep Matt Shaw in there. He's been good. How about against righties lately? Been really good. How about against righties on the road? Been decent. This season, 66% of games in that situation. On the road, 68. Just in okay. Because we have such a good pitch mix rating, we don't see that very often, guys. I think we're going to roll with that. He might even be the highest on the board today via the Score Predicts pitch mix rating. He might even be the highest on the board today. Max Muncy. Matt Shaw's number 2. Max Muncy to get a hit. That's probably something that's worth considering. It's a way to back the Dodgers without backing the Dodgers. We'll talk about that when we get to there, I guess. But I think this is shaping up. I wouldn't mind replacing the Phillies money line, though. I'm getting a little nervous at that one. I think that's the one that I'm a little nervous about. Atlanta and the Mets. Oh, here's one. Mets money line. David Peterson, Carlos Carrasco. The Mets won yesterday big. Does this absolutely torch the odds? Does this torch the odds if we get rid of Philadelphia? So remember 380. Wow, that's crazy. 380. Let's see. I think we're in a good spot right now. Kind of maybe just looking for another money line, right? So if we go Mets, where are they at? 380 turns to 290. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely a little bit of a downgrade, but I think the Mets... Let's see. Let's use this prediction right here. 4.7 to 3.82. This is ballpark, pal. 4.5 to 3 points. I mean, they think that the Phillies have a better chance. Even our own MLB game prediction model, what do we have here? Phillies winning. Oh, Phillies losing. And then Mets winning. All right, I think we got a little crazy with the look at the Phillies because they're still going up against Hunter Green. Let's fade Carlos Carrasco here. Let's keep the Mets on the board, okay? Let's move on. Boston taking on Houston. Hunter Brown, Walker Buehler. Damn, are they really -1? That can't be correct. Are they -175? That must have just updated. Okay, they're not. No. We need that. We need some time for this to update here. Yeah, that's a little bit old. Okay. Let's see what we got actually if this is to update. You guys are kind of seeing behind the scenes of some of our dashboard stuff here. We'll have to run that job for the odds because that had to be a little bit earlier. I still think that we like the Mets a little bit more, but man, Hunter Brown, he pitched 7 innings of 1-run baseball last time he saw the Red Sox and lost. This is a close one. I'm already taking the Astros today. That's why I saw this price and I was like, what the heck? But I think the Mets against Carrasco is probably still a little bit safer, and that's kind of what we're looking for this parlay, right? Somewhat safe. And look like that, just like that, this updates to a little bit more of a realistic number there. That was pretty good timing. That was just the automatic job, I guess. So, yeah, shout out to the dashboard's back end. Dodgers, Angels, Max Muncy, obviously a crazy, crazy spot here. That's a guy that we can consider. He's going up against Hendricks. Let's see if we can replace Matt Shaw with Max Muncy and just truly trusting our pitch mix rating there. So this is going to be interesting because Muncy obviously just came back fairly recently as well, right? But he's been okay. He has he's just 222 against Hendricks, but he's good against the righty. Changeup, sinker, fastball, curve not so much, but it's just 8.4. Does this beat 290 if we toss this in and get rid of Matt Shaw? Yeah, it's obviously gonna tank it a little bit. Let's see what it comes to though. 248 on DK right now. 248. I kind of feel like I like the idea of Muncy because, well, I guess I should say because he's going up against Hendricks, which is a tougher spot. That's tough though because it looks like, Hendricks actually is serviceable against the lefty bats. Let's go back to Gausman. Is Gausman going to struggle against Shaw's side? Shaw being a righty, not so much. All right, we've played the safe game here multiple times. I think that we ultimately end up leaving Muncy in here. He's a little bit potentially safer of a look, and we're at plus 248. That's not all that terrible either. Let's move on to Tampa Bay and the Athletics, all right? Rasmussen, JT Ginn. Athletics definitely have the offensive advantage, but I think Tampa Bay has the pitching advantage and probably the bullpen advantage. Yeah, I don't think that there's too much in this one, is there? Don't really think so. So, all right, I think that's going to do it then. I think our parlay is as follows. We have the Brewers team total over 3.5. Go get us 4. The Mets to win. And then Max Muncy to get a hit. That's a player prop, a money line, and a total just like we like. Now, if we keep coming up one leg short and all that, I mean, first off, that's just the name of the game with parlays. But secondarily, yeah, maybe we'll switch it up and just do overall 3 legs that we like. But the challenge here is to find one of each, right? And we're making a video on it. You want the plays that I actually really, really like myself, check out the MLB picks videos every single day on the main channel. This is a little bit more of a challenge, and I am having a blast doing it. But again, Brewers team total over, Mets money line, and then Max Muncy to get a hit. We'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.